saw Negroes celebrating. I saw Negroes laughing at us when they thought the school was going to be sold. I saw you ninjas. They was on YouTube celebrating our demise. They was on YouTube having a block party. Dr. Umar about to lose his schools. One thing you need to understand about me, I don't care what you think about me. The reason I'm the #1 black scholar on the planet Earth, I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. I look kind of good today. Ladies, what's my complexion? Is that dark cinnamon? Is that cherry wood? What color is the complexion, ladies? Melanin drip. Melanin is dripping. I look mighty fine today.
Dr. Umar maintains that unless you're directly contributing to the construction of his school through donations, labor, or active participation, you have no standing to question his progress or approach. From his perspective, only those who are financially or physically involved have the right to criticize. To him, everyone else's opinion is irrelevant.
If you are not a donor, or if you have not done more for the African race than I have, I don't answer your questions. You Tubians can't ask me shit, because you don't do anything but sit on the internet and talk shit.
It's comparable to a mechanic saying, if you can't fix your engine, don't ask why your car won't start. Each time Umar goes live, there's a small sense of hope. Perhaps this time he's ready to discuss concrete updates like enrollment, staffing, administrative structure, or curriculum plans. Many parents in Delaware still believe in the promise of a real educational opportunity for their children. They're not waiting for another motivational speech. They're waiting for a functioning school. But as soon as the stream begins, it becomes evident that nothing new has happened. Instead of sharing actionable plans, Umar delivers yet another extended session filled with excuses and finger pointing. At that point, it's hard not to ask, will this school ever truly open?
They keep on blocking me. I don't know if it's the pretendians at your college. I don't know if it's the rainbow gang at your college. I don't know if it's the jealous black bourgeoisie scholars at your college. But Morehouse College and Howard University, there's a conspiracy against Dr. Umar.
Yes, another live stream went up recently, and I felt the need to address it. It's clear Umar is intent on repeating the same message. He speaks freely but offers no indication of actual progress. Instead of giving parents the details they need about enrollment, he focuses on attacking his critics and labeling them as struggle streamers.
Y'all was laughing, celebrating, clapping, praying on my demise. Well, guess what, you dusty, struggle streaming ass bums? Guess what? You gonna have to do a whole lot more than that. Don't you let these beta male, zesty ass, simp ass sit on their ass all day and make YouTube video struggle streamers. Don't you let them turn you against me. Streamers can't ask me shit. You don't do nothing but sit on the internet and make money off my name. I'm feeding your damn family. How many struggle streamers I'm feeding? How many struggle streamers I'm giving them money for Christmas?
He talks as though YouTubers are somehow responsible for laying bricks or hiring teachers. But in truth, none of us have any part in constructing this school. The concept and responsibility were entirely his, Dr. Umar's. After 10 years of collecting donations, there's still been no significant advancement, and that remains the central problem. He portrays his critics as obstacles to progress. Yet, in reality, the only thing standing between the school and completion is Dr. Umar himself. He claims the world is conspiring against him, arguing that those who doubted the school's success were mocking his efforts. He blames everyone, women with dyed hair, older men without teeth, entire institutions like Howard University and Morehouse, and random users online. To him, criticism is proof of relevance. If people laugh at him, it means he matters. If content creators profit from discussing him, he views that as a win, but that isn't accountability, it's avoidance. It's like a mayor dismissing corruption by saying at least comedians get material out of it. This isn't about jokes or internet commentary. It's about the disorder that's been allowed to develop. Notice how the conversation has changed. There's no talk about hiring teachers, purchasing supplies, or enrolling students. Instead, the focus has shifted to YouTubers. He appears more invested in online debates than in building a functioning school. He seems more content being discussed than being effective. He takes pride in being a talking point, but not in creating an institution that educates children. Parents in Delaware don't care about struggle streamers, they care about classrooms, teachers, and opportunities for their kids. Umar acts as though his critics are responsible for construction, yet no one is stopping him. No one is blocking progress. The only reason the school hasn't opened is because he hasn't followed through. Rather than providing meaningful updates, we get another reaction video addressing critics. Instead of clear direction, he diverts attention away from the real issue. And with each diversion, the dream of this academy drifts further from reality. No1 wants to see the school fail. That's the truth Umar refuses to acknowledge. The criticism isn't about opposing the concept, it's about the lack of execution. It's the disappointment tied to a decade of fundraising with no clear outcome. People aren't mocking the mission. They're frustrated with the lack of progress. And instead of self-reflection, Umar continues to deflect and assign blame elsewhere.
They was laughing, brothers and sisters. They was carrying on. Oh, he gonna lose the school. Y'all gonna lose all your donations. Yada, 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 yada. I saw one chick with a blonde weave in her damn head talking down on my school. And you got lice and maggots in your damn head with that blonde weave. I never thought when I started the FDMG campaign that black people would try to make fun of our setbacks and shortcomings. I never knew that.
No one would be laughing if there were an actual school functioning with students attending classes. But after nearly 10 years, all that exists is a building. There are no active classrooms, no enrolled students, just repeated explanations. People are losing patience with the same excuses. They want to see real progress, a school that finally opens its doors. Umar often uses distraction and deflection to keep his followers loyal and supportive. Many sincerely believe he's working tirelessly and that unseen forces are trying to stop him. But from an outside perspective, it looks like the main obstacle to progress is Umar himself.
You're gonna have to do a whole lot more than that if you want to take down King Kong consciousness. You better come a whole lot harder than that if you want to take down me. Iron Man Ifatunde. Iron Man Ifa.
This is the core of everyone's frustration. After years of collecting donations and delivering speeches full of promises, Umar still hasn't shown a detailed plan. There's no confirmed opening date, no identified staff, and no visible administrative structure explaining how the school will function. Supporters and observers aren't demanding perfection, they're simply asking for transparency and tangible progress. Instead, Umar continues to dodge key questions, redirecting attention away from what truly matters.
Here's what you need to understand. I do not respond to anybody with questions about FDMG if you are not a donor or if you have not done more for the race than I have. I'm going to say it again. If you are not a donor, or if you have not done more for the African race than I have, I don't answer your question.
That stance is completely unreasonable. When you raise money from the public has every right to ask questions. Transparency isn't reserved for donors, it's a basic expectation. His refusal to accept even minimal accountability is alarming. What's ironic is that Umar's entire platform is built on exposing dishonesty, challenging systems, and calling out hypocrisy. Yet when it comes to his own initiative, he mirrors those same behaviors, dodging questions, shifting narratives, and framing himself as a victim. That alone sheds light on why the school still hasn't opened. And here's something worth thinking about. Maybe Umar is afraid. Perhaps he realizes he's not prepared for what it actually takes to run a school because it involves more than speeches and fundraising. It's about logistics, management, compliance, hiring qualified teachers, and responsibly managing funds. Even LeBron James, with far greater resources, opened the I Promise school and still faced criticism for its academic shortcomings. If someone like LeBron faces challenges, what realistic chance does Umar have? Yet instead of confronting those realities, he often avoids the topic altogether, jumping from point to point ironically while dismissing ADHD as a valid condition.
Big reason why we got so much so-called ADHD. Ain't no discipline in your home.
I don't know about you, but listening to one of his rants gives the impression of scattered focus. Umar excels as an online personality. He knows how to provoke, engage, and draw attention. But charisma alone doesn't build schools. Criticizing people's appearance won't fund books or attract qualified educators. Yet that's where most of his energy goes. It's easier to target YouTubers and commentators than to admit there's still no clear plan or timeline for the school's launch. Here's the truth. Most people aren't hoping for his failure. Even his harshest critics would rather see a functioning school in Delaware than another year of reactionary live streams. If the school ever opened, it could genuinely benefit children and strengthen the community. That outcome matters more than anyone's online image. But until that happens, the same cycle repeats: rant, deflect, insult, repeat. The school remains a concept rather than a reality. And the real obstacle isn't the critics, content creators, or so-called enemies. It seems to be Dr. Umar himself. We'll continue following the story and sharing updates as it develops, just as we do with everything else on this channel. If you appreciate this type of coverage, don't forget to subscribe.